Well, since we're recognizing graduates today, both from high school as well as from college, we thought maybe it would be good. It was a season of the year in which people are sharing lots of advice with graduates, and so decided that that's what we would do, is share some pieces of advice today. And actually turning to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs is written by a guy by the name of King Solomon. King Solomon was known for his wisdom. And so we thought we would share some of Solomon's wisdom with you today and put our own commentary on it as well. In Proverbs chapter 1, Solomon addresses the topic of peer pressure. He warns against hanging out with the wrong crowd. Listen to some of the verses that Solomon wrote in Proverbs chapter 1. We're reading a modern translation by Eugene Peterson called The Message. Dear friends, if bad companions tempt you, don't go along with them. If they say, let's go out and raise some hell...
Brian, I don't know if you can say that in church.
Well, I think it's the concept that he's talking about, doing...
Oh. Okay, then.
Causing trouble there.
You're the head pastor.
Okay. Join us for the time of your life. With us, it's share and share alike. Oh, friend, don't give them a second look. Don't listen to them for a minute. At this stage in life, actually at any age and stage of life, it's important for us to consider the people that we hang out with. Pastor Alex, I know that you've been out of high school now for 11 years. Matter of fact, 11 years ago, you would have probably sat up here on this
with
Sunday.
With a red bow tie on, so you guys look
red
sharp.
Bow tie, so it's changed up.
Yeah.
Well, I know that you went to a Christian college, so probably peer pressure was not an issue at all at a Christian school.
That's right. Everyone just talks about Jesus all the time. No. No, that's not true. I wish that were the case, but it wasn't. There were still those decisions that you had to make, and the same type of people, or to hang out with. You can go still two different paths. So it wasn't.
How important is it when you go off to college of kind of the people you choose to associate with?
I think it's really important, because it's in those days of being 18, 19 years old, and the people that you're hanging out with can really influence you and doing good things or bad things. I sort of lucked out, I think, in a lot of ways, and maybe it was just God's grace working in my life, but sort of had three... I met some really neat people, I guess, and sort of three qualities that they had. The first one was that they were smart. Like, I think I have 3 friends now finishing up PhD programs, and then all the rest ended up being pastors. So I don't know what that means, but they took their studies seriously, and they really did. And so for me, being not a great student, to then being surrounded by that, elevated my academic studies and my desire to learn. The next thing was that they took God seriously. That not saying that all of them were followers of Christ, even at a Christian school, but they took God seriously enough to recognize that they were on a journey, a faith journey, and that they needed to respect that and grow in that. And then in that as well, they were desired to go to church, that they or be a part of some kind of study that involved the Bible. And so that was a really big thing. And then the third thing was that they liked to have fun. So that was good. So we had fun, and we made sure to play hard, but we also played hard in the right way, I guess. So those were some good things, and that group of friends really important to me, really important to me in helping me become who I am today. So I mean, I guess sort of in a way, if you're around a group of people who don't want to be that, then that's sort of what you'll become as well. So it's really important who you hang out with. Mm-hmm. Now you went to a state school, and so they don't even let you talk about God. Is that correct at a state school? I'm not sure. Especially that one that's further south than down the bottom of the state.
they would let you talk about God, not necessarily in the wasn't a Christian curriculum by any means, but it seems hard to believe that actually it was 30 years ago for me when I was going through high school graduation, and I know in many ways some of you are saying, well, 30 years ago your experience is totally irrelevant compared to mine, but I think that there's a lot of similarities. And when I went to a state school, a school that was not a Christian school, what I found is I could find the group of people I wanted to find. If I wanted to find the party crowd, if I wanted to be a part of the party crowd, the opportunity was there. But by the same token, there were other students there that were wanting to be faithful in their faith commitment. They were wanting to learn and grow in their walk with Christ, as well as gaining an academic degree. And so what I would encourage you to do is to search out that group of people that's going to help you to be who it is that God wants you to be. I remember my first Sunday that I was at school. And I remember waking up that morning and thinking, am I going to church or am I not going to church? Now, it ended up that I got up and I went to church, and I didn't even have to ask the question my second Sunday. But the thing is, if on that first Sunday I would have said, no, I'm not going to church, I would have had to have debated it the next week. And it would have been an issue that it would have been very easy not to be involved in a church. And the thing is, when you're at college, Christian colleges as well as non-Christian schools, there are other places you can get Christian fellowship. I think heard Drew talk about planning to be a part of the campus house, and there's Wesley Foundation, there's InterVarsity, there's Campus Crusade, there's a number of opportunities on campus. But the thing is, you've got to take an intentional step to try and connect with those groups, to surround you with folks that are going to encourage you in your faith and to live a life that honors Christ. I know of people that they go all the way through college, and they've always thought they would get involved in a church or always get involved in a group, and the thing is, they come to their senior year and they've done nothing about it. And then what happens is they move into a new community to get a new job. Well, they still don't have time for church. They still don't have time for God. So those of you who have been nurturing your faith for so many years, next year is a year in which you need to make an intentional investment in surrounding yourself with people who are going to help you to continue to grow in your faith.